Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Bastard's Guide to Direwolf20. Let's see, so I've been busy for a few days in real life, which of course means that... Oh, it has stopped. It hasn't run out of fuel, it has just stopped. Alright, well that's fine. Probably means that we don't have an A2 system over here though, which is fine. So this one is full and these aren't. Alright, good. Well, that's fair. Did I ever get around to automating it? Actually, no. Alright, well then it's pretty understandable that it's turned off. Alright, so let's activate this puppy and get some core heat going. Core heat's doing good. It's somewhat okay transferring to the casing, but seeing we don't have any active, or rather we don't have any cooling, then it's understandable this the situation. Anyway, filling up on fuel pretty quickly. Let's see. Oh, nope, no emeralds. Now this server has been running for, well, since the last episode, so 3 days or so, without any interference. And evidently, yeah. That villager is not gonna drop anything useful. Anyway, I'm gonna pop some of the stuff from here. I'm gonna start working on getting that into the A system and leave some of this stuff out here because, well, you know, I'm gonna start filling out the A system with the useful stuff and try to compress what isn't really, per se useful right now. So this is probably going to go down here. All my natural stuff is going to go into here, and I have this chest that has random items. I need the marble, and I probably won't need the chest plates or boots or alimentum or fire charge. Yeah, there's a lot of things I won't need right now, so we'll see. I'm probably gonna put these things in AE because I'll need it eventually. Let's see, up here there's aqua discount, air discount. That's run a Thaumonomicon, so I don't have to make one when I get into Thaumcraft. Now as for Thaumcraft, I'm planning to do that as a dual episode. For those people that know me, and granted I do understand that probably not a lot of the people who watch this do, I generally dislike magic mods for some odd reason. It has no, there's no real reason for me to dislike magic mods, but it's just somehow they always end up rubbing me the wrong way. This has nothing to do with magic mods in general, and probably a lot more to do with me. Anyway, we're now able to make nice tools, but I do need some lava to get this going. Basically all paths point to the nether at this point, but I'm gonna wait about going, as I should probably start on my spawner. I want to set up for getting ender pearls, and I have a plan. So let's first see. I think one of these has some natural stuff that I dropped off. Yeah, all right, but that's not gonna cut it. All right. Now the plan is as follows. I'm gonna make. Let's see. How many pearls do we have? We have 3 ender pearls. Good. I'm gonna make a portal to the last millennium. Now, I'm gonna need some burnt quartz for this, and I'm gonna need this eminent stone, which is gonna need magenta and purple. So I need magenta and purple. And I do need quartz. So let's see, how are we for nether quartz? It's gonna take 16 to get there, which means I have 10 left. So basically, it's not exactly... it's not a good thing, but I'll deal. So we'll burn this up, or cook it up in a furnace. If I left coal into my furnaces. Well, this is going to be a drag. Let's see, maybe I can reach it from out here. Alright, let's see. 1 coal should be plenty for doing this, so I'll put this up here and the coal in here. Anyway, there we go. Alright, now I need purple and magenta flowers. I can already see purple from here. Oh, I did not bring my jetpack. That might be a benefit if I need to get away from somewhere in a hurry. So, and if I need to get down from here in a hurry, that's always good. Alright, wildflower. I wonder if this will actually make magenta dye. Alright, now I have one up there, so we're actually good for multiple of these. Now, and the purple over here, so if I crush these, I should be okay for, yeah, okay, the double flowers need a little help. You need take them with shears. Anyway, there you go. I wanted that hat. Yeah, so sugar. Sugar's always good. And there's a pumpkin, so we can make jack-o'-lanterns later, which will probably come out really handy. Alright, so the turtle has been running down here, as you may remember, which means we have a very large hole in the ground and probably a fair amount of mob spawn down here. Now I just want to check because I remember this is, oh yeah, a fair amount of diamonds too. So, there we go. Never underestimate having enough diamonds. The rest we'll worry about later. Oh, there's a little bit of drops here. Alright, so that's a diamond. That's yellorium, I presume. Okay, so yeah, good. Alright. I think that's most of it. Oh, there's some diamond over here too. But there we go. Alright. So I'll just make a quick pickup of any and all diamond-like substances, which is the jetpack really comes in nice for this because it allows you to sort of spot mine down here, get exactly what you need, and don't really have to worry about mob spawn and whatever and whatnot, because you can get out of here in a real hurry. Okay, so I'm gonna grab that, and I'm gonna jet out of here. Quite literally. Alright, so I'm now doing a little bit better in diamonds. I have what I need for so I'm gonna need slime, because certain things can only be crafted with slime, so it's nice to have. Anyway, there we go. Mystical battles. Might as well do it all. So I'm gonna go here. These, and I'm gonna look into purple flower powder. There we go. So I need a bowl. How do I make a bowl? Oh, silly. Yeah, there we go. Okay, bowl. And stick, plank, and bowl. There we go. Pestle. So pop this up here, and I'm going to use this to make some floral powder. This should actually provide me everything I need for right now. Oh, 20 diamonds. That was really, really nice. So let's see. These are made like this. I need 4 of those. And I need a clock. And honestly, they're not horribly expensive, so with the amount of gold I should have at this particular point in time. We have some iron up here that's already been cooked, so I'm going to get to that. Ferris ingots. Okay, so this will give us some invar, which is always nice to have. And this should provide us with some more invar. Anyway, there we go. We have the burnt quartz, so let's go out and craft the portal to the last millennium. We probably want to close the door too, and actually I should make a more permanent solution for a door other than the hole in the ceiling that I've been using for a while. I also want to charge my jetpack, as the last millennium will probably well, it'll benefit from a charged jetpack, as I'll be flying around like an idiot trying to get stuff situated in there. Now, I'm gonna need a grinder. I don't have one of those. Let's see. Grinder. Okay, so okay, we're short on everything for that. As we are looking for sugar, we're looking okay. I'll get to the tin gears first. So 10, is it 10? It's 10, yeah, okay. And I'm gonna sort by number of items. That means iron will come out pretty high. Okay, so we're gonna get 3 of those because I'm gonna need a machine frame. So there we go. I'm gonna need an invar sword, and there we go. Plastic sheets, rubber. Do we have any rubber? Yeah, we do have a little bit of rubber. So yeah, that'll need to be double processed, which is always good times. Rubber in here. This needs to finish up, so I'll just help that out a little bit. Okay, so now the rubber's running through. I'm gonna get rubber up here. There's invar. But yeah, we need the rubber to run through so we can run it again. Oh yeah, this needs to be moved, and I'll restart it again, which is kind of along the same lines. There we go. So now it's able to run again, which will probably kick that off a bit. There we go. So the rubber. You burn rubber once for, well, you burn raw rubber once for rubber, and then you burn raw rubber again for plastic. Now, I'm probably going to regret burning all of it, so I'm going to stop it here. Of course, this is terribly useful when I do it this way. Okay, so rubber going in, that's going to burn up. Meanwhile, I'm going to dump this in here. The rest of it needs to go in the chest, so we'll have this. And then we'll have all this. I could probably, if I was a little cheeky, I could, yeah, I'll take care of all that. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I have some invar powder, because invar is always useful to have. Now this is probably just fine, yeah. Alright, yeah, so instead of getting all of it turned to invar right off the bat, I'm just going to keep some behind. We'll see if that's going to cut it or not. Anyway, there we go, raw plastic, and this will provide me with some plastic sheets, and plastic sheets will be the last thing I need, aside from, of course, the books and the redstone reception coil. Books are a different matter entirely. This. Okay, we have a little bit of alright, so there we go. Alright. And then I need the paper, and there's several ways to get paper, but I'm going to do the regular way for right now, but I'm going to save my leather for later, and go with the blank patterns. I'll also need more blank patterns later for well, various things really. So alright, let's 2, 3, 4. There's a reason for the madness. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have plenty of iron at the moment, and iron is sort of the best way to store liquids right now for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and make 4 drums. I assume I have some conduit. Nope, not really, but I do have everything I need to make conduit, so the most important is to get some power, but I have clear glass, and I have a lot of it, so sand. Oh, goody, okay. Well, here we go. So I'm gonna run some sand through the pulverizer, well, some sandstone through the pulverizer, and as for this, I'll just cook it right up. So we're gonna have some sand running through here in a minute, and actually I'm gonna start that process right away. There we go. So this will be added automatically next. For right now, I'm guessing this is running through. I need 1 clear glass for right now, but I'll probably need more, so there you go. So 1 quite clear glass and more quite clear glass, and we'll have the very basic Ender IO fluid conduits. They're not worth a whole lot, but it's alright. I mean, the main idea behind having them is that I need to be able to pick up the fluids from my grinder, so it's really not a huge priority. Anyway, I'm going to make a fairly big chest, and I'm pretty set for diamonds at this point, so that's actually really good. Anyway, there we go. I'm going to need some blocks to get started building when I move to the last millennium. The last millennium is a void world. So my purpose for going to the last millennium is to have a world where the few spawn zones you have are very active. It'll allow me to sit around near a chamber and basically just wait for, well, something to happen. Just gonna check there's nothing of real value here. Maybe, yeah, alright. Instead of cooking something up, I think I'm gonna do something I never do. And use my favorite substance to hate in this game, marble. I figure by using marble I don't have to craft anything, and that might come in handy, so alright. Anyway, marble, 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 and more marble. You can make marble brick. It makes it a little bit more I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the marble, but it'll do for my nefarious purposes now, and I'll have to rebuild just about everything when the time comes. Now I am going to call in a friend for the rebuilding process, and when that happens, and I think that's going to be a job for Rookie. Oh, I should probably turn this off at this point because I imagine it's practically full. Alright. Deactivate reactor, and we're good to go. Yeah, so I'm going to make a portal to the last millennium right here, practically in the middle of the room. There we go. I will need, aside from some light, I have light, I'll also need some sort of power. So let's see, I did not have any spare generators. I do, however, have these two, which I will bring with me. Ta-da! I'm going to need a little bit more coal. So, there we go. Alright, this gets to stay here, and I'm in the last millennium. I hope. Of course, the last villager in the last millennium, he has a tendency to drop some interesting stuff now and then. I'm gonna steal the cauldron to kind of cut some of my losses. And there's a nice... oh yeah, I forgot my jetpack. I'll just quickly head back. Okay, this is probably bad. Yeah, for some reason the return from the last millennium was not quite what I had expected. Yeah, so quick. Let's see, where's the... Okay, the night is going to be over soon. Now, there's a fallen knight over there. Now something is homing in on me. There's poison ivy there. I think maybe... Well, avoiding the fallen knight, who seemingly just despawned, be a priority. There's a mini zombie, and it's headed straight for me, which means that this place is no longer safe. Alright. There's two. Yeah. Creepers. Concussion creepers. Skeletons shooting bows. Baby zombie headed up here. Alright, yeah. So. I'm unsure why the portal to the last millennium prefers to send me back to the original spawn point, but I will say it is more than a slight inconvenience. But this means the sun's coming up, and as the sun's coming up, I will try to make my way to safety. Alrighty. Ow. Alright. So, another step in the process is going to be using Mistcraft to link a book back to the overworld. But for right now, I'm just gonna see if I can find my way back and rejoice, because yeah. Step 1, survival. Step 2, practicality. But I'll need to link a Mistcraft book back to my base to avoid having to deal with running to spawn all the time. I'm guessing this is new deal, as I could have sworn that the last millennium has, at least historically, linked me back to where I planted the portal, but evidently that's not the case anymore. Though if anybody has any comments on this, I'd love to hear about it in the commentary track, you know, if you think it might be a bug, or if you have a change log where it says we're doing this now, or whatever. I'm always interested in getting wiser. I find that knowledge is useful, and therefore, well, if you have anything, and feel free to comment in general when I'm going through this, if there's something that that I've missed, then feel free to let me know. Part of doing this is improving my knowledge about the game by working with the people I'll invite during the Let's Play, and well, I was intending to show how to quickly develop from cave dwelling, scared, hungry, to high tech and everything in order. Now, obviously, my luck has been a little bit interesting in that regard. So it hasn't quite happened like that, but I'm sure we'll get there. So I'm gonna drop off the things I don't want to keep, and I need a Mistcraft Lincoln book. Now for that I'm gonna need a Mistcraft setup, so I'm just gonna quickly go over the things I need. Ink mixer, so I need, I should probably eat something. If I can find a safari net, I will claim the last villager. We'll see how that goes, but as I remembered, I ran out of safari net, so I had to have all sorts of other villagers. Yeah. Anyway, the last villager I know for sure drops emeralds, so if I can steal him and drag him to my base, kicking and screaming if necessary, I know I'll have a source of emeralds. It's fairly slow, but I can deal with that. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be any faster than an emerald every so often, as long as I just expand the amount of emeralds I have, because, well, it's really nice to have at least a small supply of emeralds. Alright, so writing desk. I have just about everything now, and I have the glass bottle that I need, and I imagine I have a few ink sacks. I do, so we'll put 2 ink sacks up here and we'll fill a bottle with water. There, okay. So what's actually gonna happen now? Oh dear. I'm gonna make a blank linking book, and I'm gonna bind it to my base. And then I'll place it in there we go. So bookbinder can sit up here, and ink mixer can sit up here. Now the ink mixer is going to be the first thing I do. So I'm going to put the ink in here, it'll spill into here, and the bottle will come back to me. Then I need a sheet of paper. No dice. I'm going to have to get means of sugar. Oh man, my spelling is a little bit on the side of horrible right now. Anyway, I'm going to have to get means of sugar soon, which means I'm going to have to start planting my sugar. But for right now, this will probably do. So I need a linking page. And it looks like that. There we go. Small step of the journey. Woohoo! If only they knew what I intended to do with this. So, paper goes back. I'm going to keep this because I need it. Glass bottle goes back. And I'm going to need leather. Now, I don't know how it is now, but it used to be that if you combined these two in the AE system, in particular if you used auto-crafting, you would crash the server, and, well, we wouldn't want that to happen. Anyway. Now that I need to see if there's spawn zones, there we go. And now the last millennium is generally dark. And it's a void world, which whoops. Which means that if I was to, oh dear, I did it again. If I was to run over the side and fall down, yeah, it'll be game over. See, there's nothing below. So yeah, this is not for those who are scared of heights. Anyway, I'm gonna place my book stand here, and I'm gonna place my link book in it that links to the overworld. Now, I have a means of transportation to my base that does not land me in at spawn in the middle of the night again. So jetpack for good measure. If I was to fall over the edge, it would be tremendously useful to have a jetpack. So I'm gonna do... Actually, I wonder if... Nope. Sometimes you can make like tiny brick and it looks a little bit better than regular brick, but this will have to do. This is gonna be a terribly ugly spawner, and I do apologize, but at least it won't be cobblestone. That was my other thought, like, whatever, I'll just do it out of cobblestone, but yeah, it would be uglier than the inheritable sin, and I don't think anybody would want to deal with it, so end of that. Here we go. There's a little but when doing this thing. It'll work remarkably well, but I anticipate that it will spill as it progresses Endermen out all over this dimension, which can be a bit of a pain in the backside, but yeah, there's nothing for it, you know, it's just how it is. Anyway, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And that fits with the area I can cover, so then I want 6, 7, and whoops, 8, 9, and then it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. So the idea here is that I'm going to build a spawner platform, and I am going to assume that this will work just as well as a similar thing that I did on Agrarian Skies recently, because we're now in a void world, so ideally spawn rate should be up for everything, and which is why making a mob spawner in here would make a lot more sense than making it in the overworld. Then I just hope that a lot of Endermen will spawn, because obviously that's what I need to happen. Anyway, here we go. So, I probably want to do this double height. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so double height on these, and then I'm going to make this a small tower, and I'm going to, once it's turned into a small tower, I will make the spawner up a couple of blocks. At least that's what I'm planning. There we go. And I will probably attempt to hurry a little bit, as it's a little inconvenient. I do not have F7 pressed, I imagine. I do not. Okay, so let's just quickly there and there and there and there. This will light up the front area here, and then in here I'm going to put torches on the interior walls. Yeah, this should cover the entrance too, so that's good. Alright, now Enderman getting out is a problem, but zombies getting out would be a much bigger problem. However, zombies do not teleport, which, yeah, Endermen do. So I imagine Endermen will spill out all over the dimension slowly but surely, and zombies may or may not. But probably zombies should not be able to. If anything other than Enderman, Enderman will be as a dragon itself, because whereas they're not inherently aggressive, it's very easy to look at them the wrong way, or if you're idling in here, which, you know, this would be obvious for, because if you have a mob spawner that slowly spawns in mobs on its own, if you are in the vicinity, and that is the thing, I have to be in here for this mob spawner to actually work, which means I'm going to have to move some of the work I intend to do in here for this to work. Later on I will do fully automated everything, but there's a little bit of in order to get there kind of thing, you know. Anyway, we need a chamber that's 5 by 5, so I'm going to build an exterior wall, and then I'm going to take a look at how big it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, roger. So this, we'll just smash a hole here, and park this here for right now for placement, and there we go. Okay. So this is the grinder, and this will do all the dirty work for us. I'm going to place a gold chest behind it for the purpose of picking up the drops, and then I'm going to wire power up, and I'm going to wire liquids up. So initially, let's see, I should probably build the chamber. So I'm going to do 3 blocks high, 5 by 5, because that's the area that the grinder can cover. And then I'm going to do double walls, and I'm going to do 3, maybe 4 tall, at least 3, because 3 will allow Enderman to spawn, 4 will not, so, well, 4 will, but 2 will not. If I make it too tall, I will get everything but Enderman, and it seems, well, Enderman is basically what I'm interested in, so that would make very little sense to me. Now I'm going to keep this open, even though I actually just placed it. That was an accident, because I want to be able to get to that. Oh wait, that should be okay, right? So I'm placing it there. There's a slot open above it. Yeah, we're good. Alright. Yeah, there has to be an open block above the regular chests and iron chests. They have to have the block above them available. Alright, so no lights in here. This is basically standard spawner mechanics, like I'm making a dark room where mobs can spawn. Now, the reason why this is so sneaky is that I'm making this in a dimension where I know that nothing can spawn within reach of me anywhere else, which means this will be mad efficient. Given the spawn, how spawn works in Minecraft, we're basically gaming the fact that things will try to spawn every so often in any spawnable chunks within so-and-so of the player. Now, of course, I ran out of blocks, which is terribly inconvenient. So, I'm going to quite literally cut some corners here. Okay, so I'll close my door. And I have a jetpack that actually works. Yeah, good. Alright. So I'm literally cutting corners. Alright. Now if my jetpack was to run out, I would take a tumble, and that would be the end of that. I would simply fall into the void, which would kill me, but not only that, it would also destroy all the items I was carrying, which means my motivation for tumbling into the void, yeah, not very high. I have absolutely no intention of ending up dead in the void. Anyway, let's get some wiring out here. So I'm going to put power over here. And over time I'm probably going to have something better than the 2 survivalist generators, but yeah, this is what I can get right now, and that'll be alright. I'm going to need some fluid conduit, and how about I place the fluids yeah, over here would probably be a good place. So I have 4 drums. I'll park 2 there. Why can't I park a drum there? I can. Okay. Alright, so 4 drums. We have power. That's running up. Alright, so now I'm going to move away from here, and ideally things should start spawning in there. Yeah. Maybe that worked better on paper, huh? Yeah, that's a great theory, but I wonder if those blocks are sort of hollow. Oh, there we go. Something just died in the name of getting me richer. Alright, well that's good. So the system's working now. I just need to give it time to accumulate what I need. But for that very reason, I should probably consider building a reactor in here and moving my storage in here. Maybe starting to process some various ores. Yeah, so what's that block? Oh yeah, redstone. Black frequency. This is a nice light, but it's hardly useful. So I think we'll take this down. Yeah, you know, this is a little bit crude. This dimension was ideally, you know, made to look somewhat decent, and here I come along and kind of just break everything. Anyway, there we go. There's a couple of zombies that died, or at least one, and some bones and arrows. Alright, so we're getting mob drops, which means the system's working. So, alright, I'm gonna put the nether brick slab on top of there. Actually, no, I'm not. Because then when I come through, then I'm gonna suffocate in it. But I just want to remember that I cannot use that, or, well, yeah, it won't work. Okay, I'll probably want to move my AE system, and I'll probably want to move some IC2. I want to move a lot of stuff. But if I start with the alloy smelter, now this thing should have a fair amount of charge, but let's see. In here is nothing, and here is nothing. We're running low on yellorium, I imagine. So if I was to build another big reactor in the other dimension, then I'd probably be looking at running out of yellorium eventually. Yeah. So I need mining, which is what I need mob drops for. Basically, you know, this seems like a nice little circle I'm in. Oh well. Moving all my activities to a different dimension, at least on paper, seems like a good idea, so let's see. There's some cabling in here, which means I can pull out power on the other side, I imagine. So we'll pull out power here. If I'm a little insistent, and I am. There we go. This is not going to look good, and honestly, it's not the intention. Well, it doesn't matter if it looks good, but the main point here is I can get power to my 2 extra machines out here that'll help me craft things a little bit faster. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to pick up a barrel of cobblestone. If I'm to build base in another dimension, I want something that at least looks half decent. So this is going to pull that in. It does not have an exit anywhere, so I'll give it that. Here we go. Do I have any spare barrels? I do not. Not enough wood to make one. So basically we need to make some sort of barrel redundant. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's probably not happening. Let's see. Alright, so I'll move that in there. We're going to go there, and then this barrel is right about empty. Then I'll drop all this in here, because, well, yeah. Don't want to run around with that in my inventory, but seeing the quarry is done down here, the turtle quarry, then yeah, I'm not too worried. I should probably run another turtle quarry, but I'll need some serious sorting on it, and then I'd want stuff to go to AE. So yeah, that'll be story for later. Anyway, this will provide us with a fair amount of smooth stone. So there we go. That's so far so good. Which will provide us with something to build stuff from in the other world. I'm gonna grab. I have my trusty axe, and I have the jetpack, and there's enough charge on the jetpack for a little bit of an adventure. Alright, so take the axe, and I'm going to give myself some wood. These trees are fantastic candidates for getting chopped down, as they'll provide a fair amount of wood. But yeah, I'll want to restart a quarry, and in order to get there, yeah. I think, yeah, this tree was interfering with chopping down the bigger tree. There we go. Alright, so this stuff is gonna fall down. Anyway, the plan now is to get another turtle going, and then get back to the last millennium to round off the episode. I don't think I have enough juice on this axe to chop down another large tree, but this should be plenty for being able to make barrels, and we'll want barrels to get a turtle running again. I'm gonna stick to stick to the sorting I was running before. So the manual barrel sorting for the turtle quarries for right now, simply because if I have to get stuff into AE2, then I'll need to expand AE2 a little bit, and as I remember, I was waiting for some resources to do that, and yeah, it just seemed like I would not be able to get that done within the confines of an hour recording, which is probably also a factor in how slow I'm going. A lot of the things I do require that the area is loaded, and until I got a chunk loader, then I really couldn't speed through that content. This is all fine though, because that provides me with an interesting challenge, that is to manage going fairly fast while at the same time having to play within the confines of how this operates. So it's all very interesting, and yeah, so now this, we're gonna get to the next step. So what I need to get to the next step is barrels and some chests. So we're probably looking at 6 chests, and I'll need slabs, so slab, chest, and wood log. Yeah, that'll give me 6 barrels, which would be enough to get a small turtle quarry started. Are we looking for fuel? We're okay there. Alright, so I took down the turtle, but the quarry kind of remains. I'm going to chop down this chest, and I'm going to take down this transfer node. And I think the best method, as I see it, will be to fly over here. Try not to get caught up in this. There we go. Alright. So I'm going to make a hole here, and I think I'm going to place the turtle here. I'm going to light up this area so that I don't get any surprises. I'm going to put the turtle in the chest over here, and then I'm going to pipe it over here. Before I do that though, I'm going to move these around now. This is obviously going to run full. These are already full, so and I'm going to have to empty out the other chest as it's got all that cobblestone in it. I'm probably going to need more barrels, but yeah, let's take it one at a time kind of thing. So here we go. 6 of those. I'm going to need to dump the stone in here, which is fine. There we go. Lock all of these barrels. That way I can ditch the stone and buy some more room, essentially. This needs to get shoved into here, and actually I'm going to go make the piping right away, because that'll allow me to start the turtle. I remember it being called something along the lines of the bastard digger. Very good, very good. Alright, so I'm gonna get some coal. Now, I shouldn't be using coal, but in honesty, I don't have any better ideas at the moment, so that is how it's gonna be. Now, clear glass. There we go. That just did not work at all. Why does clear glass not work? Do I need to... Or dictionary converted. Very, very good. Alright, so there we go. I need a little more cobblestone. Sorry, smooth stone. So, I'm actually just gonna fill this and take some more out. That seemed like a reasonable plan when I did it. Again, this will provide me with 8 pipes, and this is not a fantastic amount, and it's definitely better than nothing at all. So there we go, a little bit of glass, and we have 16 pipes. I have another 6 pipes here, so we're kind of looking good at this point. Okay, so I have the turtle, I have everything else in order. Alright, this should be alright. And yeah, by going underground, I'll limit the amount of space it'll have to cover. Alright, yeah, so we were about to do the step off without the jetpack again, weren't we? Except that thankfully I had a jetpack this time. I'll try to refuel all again. We'll see how much fuel it takes. Okay. Excavate. I wonder if I can tab complete. Oh, I can tab complete now. This is gorgeous. This is like standard Unix. This is probably not exciting most people, but it excites me very much, and that is all you need to know. So this is new in Computer Craft, or at least not a feature I've discovered before, and it is something that I am tremendously happy about. So yeah, I am actually, despite seeming quite calm, I'm really excited about this. Seeing I use Computer Craft a fair amount, this will make Computer Craft look like my everyday work, which to me is a huge benefit, as well, you know, most people can probably imagine if something that you're using is a lot like your common everyday, then it's easier for you to work with. Alright, so I'm gonna sleep through the night. My turtle's running, the thing is connected, and everything should be in order. Alright, yeah, so turtle is running as well. What's this? Oh, that's the meteor digger. We could probably send that out too, but no, I'm not gonna worry about it. There is a detail though. I think I'm basically mining my own mine shaft because I set it over there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I'm basically digging out my own mine shaft, which is okay. I should probably go down there again at some point and get some stuff, but I think I will block off the mine shaft right there and we'll be okay to go. Again, this is a temporary home and temporary facility, and yeah, this will be alright. Now I need so this stays for obvious reasons, this definitely stays, and this gets to stay. Alright, so, oh, there's books in here. Man, I should have popped them in there. Pressure plate, birchwood, yeah, we're good to go on that. I'll just bring that in. Okay, so, so basically, I don't have to worry about books for a little while now, and I'll take the inscriber thingamajigs and toss them in there too. Anyway, we're going to be rounding off the episode any minute now, so I'm just going to hurry up and try to do alright, so I have a ton of different kinds of wood. and I need to make a bunch of chests, and well, thus yeah. So let's see. I'll just leave it there for now. So chests, birchwood slabs, and I'm gonna have to round it off with the great wood logs. Again, this should provide me 6 barrels, and this will be enough for my needs for the immediate future. I'm going to extend the chunk loading of the chunk loader down here just to be sure. I forget what it's set to. Okay, that should probably be fine, but we'll extend it to 7 chunks. This gets put over here, pop this in here, there we go, pick that up, and so by adding this to here, we've now tied this up, and we're good to go. Alright, so this should be okay for right now, at least I hope so. And I have these 2 barrels. Now, I'll lock this barrel. I'll lock this barrel. This should be okay given the yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna place another barrel over here, and I'll start filling it up with cobblestone, just for the sake of getting things split out a little bit. There we go. Alright, so cobblestone, and there's nothing in any of the other chests. That's good. I'll probably need to add more chests to this over time, but for right now, well, we're basically running out of time, and this episode is about to be concluded. Therefore, this will have to do. Yeah, so, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you for the next episode. Bye for now.